Morning lads, and welcome back to Tuesday the 21st of April, and today we're going to cover page 158 number sentences, topic 25 Planet Maths. And again, first of all, we must look at the blue box, and this is all about equations, and I think I've mentioned them briefly yesterday. Meaning equation equals comes from equals, and what that means, what's on the left hand side of the equals must be the exact same as what's on the right hand side of the equals. And you must note that an equation is a number sentence that always has an equal sign. It never has a greater or less than sign, guys. So just if you remember that, the number sentences can be true or false, and they will have equals, greater than, or less than. Whereas in this, when we refer to equations, we have an equals sign, which means what's on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the equals must balance, must be the same, must be equal. And if we look at A, match each of the equation with the correct sentence. So 17 minus 11 is 6. So you must work out whether it's A is matched to the number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And actually I want you to do all of A and then write each of the statements as an equation. So 2 multiplied by 13 is equal to 26. That is an equation. The sum, now guys, I'm not going to help you with that one, but remember, sum means addition, difference means subtraction. Remember all the different ways of saying plus and minus, and also of means to multiply, and by also means 12 by 6 means 12 multiplied by 6. I'm just throwing that in there while I remember it. And so we want you to do all of A1. You just match them up. So you just have to write the answers A1 or A2 or A3, 4 or 5. So that's as easy as that is. And then we want you to do 2B, 2C, and 2D. Okay, we want you to do again a refresher memories by saying to B, to C, and to D. I nearly forgot it myself. B, write the equation for each of these statements. So John has 50 stamps, Rory has 12 more, Rory has 62 stamps. So the equation there would be 50 plus 12 is equal to 62. That is an equation because what's on the left-hand side of the equals is exactly the same as what's on the right-hand side of the equals. Gillian is 13 years old. In 12 years' time, she will be 25. So 13 plus 12 is equal to 25. What's on the left-hand side of the equals is exactly what's on the same as what's on the right-hand side of the equals. So if you could do B3, 4, and 5 yourselves, that's great. Now we look to C. The table shows how the top 3 teams finished in the Provincial School League. So we have the different teams and the positions, POS positions, first, second, third, the teams, Sculdara, Green Park School, Sculdwera, and then played, many matches played, they all played the same, and so forth. And then the points that were established overall at the end, 28, 25, and 18. Write 6 number sentences and 6 word sentences, which is just like above in B, where it's not a mathematical sentence, it's like a little story, like John has 50 stamps, Rory has 12 more. So you have to do, we'll ask you to do 3 word sentences here. So just make it out like as in B, and then use those sentences to establish 6 equations. And the equations would be like in A1, 17 minus 11 is 6, 7 by 8 is 56, but each of the equations has to pertain to the word sentences. So you write your word sentence, and then you follow the word sentence with an equation. Then you go on to your next word sentence and you follow it by an equation, and on to the third, the same. And remember, guys, that you must use the information from the table. Okay, so example, Sculdwera finished with 18 points, 3 points more than CBC Mallintown. So they finished with 15 points. So 18 minus 3 is equal to 15. You just follow the information and you basically convert the word sentence into a number sentence. And basically, guys, that is what maths is all about. It is basically a type of English, a type of language, but just with more numbers involved. It's numerical rather than wordy. So if you could try those tomorrow, guys, and we'll upload the answers for you. Another quite nice quite a nice page for you to do today. Just bear in mind equations. Always remember an equation has to have an equal sign, which means what's on the left hand side of the equals and the right hand side of the equals is the exact same. So that's the recap. That is different to a number sentence whereby you can introduce a greater than, less than, or equals sign in order to make the sentence true or false depending on what is asked of you. Tomorrow then, guys, Wednesday, we will be going on to page 159, and this is all about open sentences with the little squares, and you can remember those from junior and senior infants, in particular senior infants, where you had to fill in the little box, the little box that you see there, like 100 minus something is equal to 25, and they were definitely little sums used to do with numbers from 0 to 5 in junior infants, and then up to 10 for senior infants, if I can recall. That might have changed because it was a little while ago. Anyway, guys, talk to you tomorrow. Bye.